Not too bad, yourself, D?
I'm all right, brother. I'm just, living that dream with screaming kids and trying to play Magic in between. That's it, dude.
Living the life.
Yeah, man. So this week we've got Obeka Splitter of Seconds. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's not something I would usually build around, but it is very. I do like it. I think it's got a lot of potential.
I think with some of the cards I found, and if you could get enough upkeep triggers, I think you could absolutely make this filthy mean.
Yeah.
So let's give Obeka herself a look right now and read it out so people can kind of follow
Go
along, right?
back away.
Leg- uh, one blue, black, red, legendary creature, ogre, warlock, menace. Whenever Obeka Splitter of Seconds deals combat damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this phase.
Yeah. So essentially, after you deal combat, rather than going into your second main damage on the combat, instead of going into your second main phase straight away, you just get extra upkeeps, and then you go into your second main phase.
Yeah,
You've got.
and if you just get through with her bare bones, you get a minimum of 2. So I mean, 2 extra upkeeps. I think that's pretty awesome. So we've plugged in our absolute bare minimal land base, one of each, the command tower, some real basic ramp. One that I wanted to add to this, and I think you're on board, is the replicating ring.
Go on, fire away.
Because it will get counters at upkeep, and I think it'll have to be dealt with, or you'll end up getting the multiples fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Replicating ring. There we go. That's the one. I think I've added it in. Yes. Okay, and then we'll go with our 3 that are under 3 that the other can't veto. You are first this week, sir.
Okay, let me bring them up. I went with Ring of Valkas. Do you want me to add it in?
I had that on my list, but not on my auto 3. That was on my list of cards, though. But yeah, pop it in.
Bring it up. Sorry, it's just a bit slow.
2 artifact. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, quick creature has haste at the beginning of your upkeep, so it blends in with Obeka, and then you get an additional, or you get to put a +1 counter on a quick creature if it's red. Obeka is red. She's Grixis. So again, go back if she's only got those 2 upkeeps because she's unbuffed, say, or well, a big plus should be 3/6, wouldn't she? You're going to give her an extra +3/+3, basically.
Right.
So when she hits again, it's going to double and double and double, or increase exponentially, isn't it?
Yeah.
The other one, let's have a look. I don't know if this is on your list.
What is it? What's it called?
It is the Herald of Lishrak.
Is a carrot creature, yeah?
Yeah.
No, not on my list.
So I've added it in. I thought it was kind of up your street, to be honest.
I've seen this card, though. I definitely know this art. Go ahead.
So it's flying. It's cumulative upkeep. So at the beginning of each upkeep, gain control of a land you don't control.
Oh, that's evil.
So
land
that's why I thought
theft
you'd like
on
it, to
mass.
be honest.
I love that. I'm all about that card. All right, and the third one?
+1/+1 for each land you don't control.
Okay, but you got to protect it.
Yeah, but you know, it's just in play. Even if it's just in play for one combat round, and Obeka's quite big, you know, you could train people with the land.
And there's
the other
one
is as foretold.
Yeah, great card.
So at the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on it, and then once each turn, you get to pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with mana value X, where X is the number of time counters. I weren't sure about this, but I think it's giving you stuff free in second main phase, really, if you don't use it in your first. And it's once each turn as well, so you could cast an instant spell in somebody else's turn.
Okay, nice. I like that. Okay, all right, so those are your 3?
Yeah.
Ring of Valkas, Herald of the Shrek, and as foretold.
Yeah.
All right, my first one of my 3. He is a lone man, standing on a hill, waiting for the dragons to show up.
You can't put this in every deck, you know.
You think I'm joking, but there he is, Dragon Master Outcast. There he is. 1 drop at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 6 or more lands, synergizes with your Leshark.
Definitely.
If you control 6 or more lands, create a 5/5 dragon creature token with flying. If you've got enough out and you get Obeka out, you could be getting 3-4 dragons a turn.
Easy.
I think with this,
Easy,
and
yeah.
and that I think is good, and people have to deal with it. Otherwise, 5/5 dragons showing up isn't a good thing. Let's see. The second one, which I don't know if you have on your list, and this is for sure one of the first cards that really got me excited about this commander, is Wildfire Devils.
No.
Okay. It is a 3-1 red. When Wildfire Devils enters the battlefield at the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player at random. That player exiles an instant or sorcery card from their graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast that copy without paying its mana cost.
Okay.
I think that with Obeka could be absolutely painful for people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, you it's random, sure, but let's say you got 4 triggers, you should average each person. You know what I mean? And be sharing, spreading the love around a bit. Hope it lands on the Spell Slinger deck, but you know, is what it is. And then my third auto include. I don't know if you had this one either. It's another creature. Creeping Bloodsucker.
No. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, 1 of the black.
Yep.
Deals 1 damage to each opponent. You gain life equal to the damage dealt this way.
During upkeep.
Yeah, I did have that. Yeah.
Oh, that says $4 on. So I can't have that be mine. Hold on.
Oh.
It says 282 on here on the thing. So I've got a wrong thing. But there is a different one that I like instead, which I think you can maybe get behind. Where'd it go? The Ring of Evos Isle.
Oh, I didn't have that one.
You did or didn't?
No.
Do you know it?
It seems familiar. Go on.
There, it's plugged in. I've also removed the one that's too much. There you go. For 26 cents, two equipped creature gains hexproof until end of turn. At the beginning of upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter if it's blue, which she is, and then equip 1. So it's kind of got a vibe very similar to your
Valcast, isn't it?
Yeah, except for you can potentially hexproof on the response.
Yeah. So you've got hexproof, haven't you?
Yeah.
Looking at it all together, I mean, it can go a few ways, this deck. How did you look at initially building it?
The first thing, which I saw you also did, because you sent me your list, but I refused to look at it until I went through and booked cards in. But there's certain cards that I think we have the same, and we thought the same route on, and they were the court cards.
Yeah.
So I think I have 5 court cards chosen. How many do you have?
I've only gone with 3, but I've also gone with a slight. I haven't veered away from the court cards, but I've also looked at initiative.
Okay.
For it, because and mainly
you like going through the
Baldur's
dungeon.
Gate.
Yeah.
So it's where you gain the initiative, and if you've got the initiative at your upkeep, let me just bring it up. You enter. Let me view it. So you can't venture in unless you can't enter this dungeon unless you venture into the So and then you can get. So every time, if you've got the initiative, essentially at the beginning of your upkeep, you venture into the Undercity.
Right.
And then that allows you to. So the first one is Secret Entrance. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle.
Right.
Then it goes either into Forge, which is put 2/1 counters on target creature, scry 2, and then you can either then go into Trap, target player loses 5 life, or go target creature, or create a treasure token, draw a card, create a 4/1 black skeleton creature token with menace.
I like that idea, but let's figure out if we have the same courts, and if we have the same courts, let's at least drop those in, and then we can go down the
and also I went with initiative. A slight Voltron build as well to get that damage through.
Right. One thing I'll say we need the unblockable lands, all 3 of them. There's 3, correct?
Well, I only went with Rogue's Passage and Minus Morgul.
Rogue's Passage. Let me see, am I spelling that right? Yes, I am. It'd be embarrassing to be typing it in wrong. Misspelling everything up here. And I don't know how to spell Minus Morgul. Maybe I do.
MINASMORGU.
Look at that. But it's Cabal Coffers. No, Dark Fortress.
Yeah. So it is a land on its own.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, though, because I haven't got a price on my version. And Escape Tunnel.
$4.89.
That's all right, then.
That's not bad. Escape Tunnel. We're doing all right, I think, on the...
See, mine comes up in euros, so...
Well, I've got it set here on the
I've just changed it over.
Okay, so we're at $17, and we're doing all right. We put those 3 lands in. Rogue's Passage, Minus Morgul, Escape Tunnel, all to give unblockable. There's one equipment I wanted to drop in to give unblockable, the entrance, and it's from the Fallout series. Do you know which one I'm talking about? The Silver Shroud costume? Have you seen that?
Sorry. Was it? That's plain. Yeah, no, I like that. It's a good show.
Okay. All right. Let me read it out because it is new. So in case people don't know what it does, let's see. Down there, artifact equipment. 2 flash. Silver Shroud costume enters the battlefield. Attaches to target creature you control. That creature remains shroud until the end of the turn. Equipped creature can't be blocked.
Yeah.
So I mean, a 2-drop making 2-drop artifact making her unblockable, I think is great.
Yeah, and the other one I looked at as well was Trailblazers Boots.
Trailblazers Boots. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, non-basic land walk. So you just, as long as you've not got a basic, you can walk over them. So most lands people tend to play. Unless you're going against the monarch deck, you're probably going to have non-basic lands out.
Yeah, and they're cheap as 82 cents.
Yeah, I mean, they used to be quite expensive.
Yeah, and everybody, I mean, the only people who aren't running, I don't think anybody runs non-basic, just basic lands. Unless they're playing a pauper deck or something, you know.
And even then, you've got basic lands pauper, haven't you? So that was sort of my unblockable part of it.
Yeah, I think that's enough. That works out pretty well. I think, and the fact that she's menace as well helps a ton. But what courts do we have in common? Back to the courts.
So I went with Court of Ambition.
Yep, I've got that.
Court of Embereth.
Yep.
And Court of Lochwain, is it?
You want to throw? Yeah, if you want to throw those. You want to throw those 3 in?
Yeah.
They're enchantments, aren't they? Yeah.
Court of Ambition.
Court of Ambition.
If you read it out while
I'll read it out while you get the others. When Court of Ambition enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card. So either you're making people discard down, or they're losing life on your multiple upkeeps. If you're the monarch, instead each opponent loses 6 life unless they discard 2 cards. That's absolutely brutal.
And that's the other side of it I looked at, was the monarch, but I didn't want to build too much into the monarch side of it personally.
I love Embereth, anyway. Especially getting the night tokens out of that.
Yeah.
Because that's just mean on the back end of that. So when Court of Embers enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 3/1 red knight creature token. Then, if you're the monarch, Court of Embers deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of creatures you control.
Yeah.
And Court of Lochthwain. When Court of Lochthwain enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of target opponent's library. You may play that card as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. If you're the monarch, until the end of turn, you may cast a spell from among those exiled with Court of Lochthwain without paying its mana cost. Evil.
I've just noticed the price on that though for TCG Player.
I think we hold it in, and then we see where we end up, and if we need to back off it, because there are 2 other courts and they're significantly cheaper.
Go on, you fire them on.
No, well, we can wait, and we will go down the initiative route now.
Do you reckon?
If we need to back off Lochthwain, we will, because I really like that. But
see, I love that Lochthwain. It's so good. So like I said, I've kind of not a pre-teched it, a pre-sort of built it. So I'll go down and find everything I've got that affects initiative. So there's 9 cards in total.
All right.
I'll see if I can bulk edit them in. And there's a few others, I think. Did I put them in there? Yeah. So can we bulk edit on here?
I do not know.
So first one I'll go with anyway.
Let's go card by card, because then it's good to read them out and see what they are.
Yeah, so Dungeoneer's Pack. It is free. It's an artifact. It comes into battlefield tapped, which is not ideal, but it's 2 and tap. Sacrifice it. Take the initiative. Gain 3 life. Draw a card and create a treasure token, and you activate it only as a sorcery.
Right.
So that gets you the initiative. Let's see if we can spell this one.
It's fairly cheap.
Yeah. Arakora Sneak. Again, when it ETBs, you take the initiative.
Now, my question about this, I just because I clearly have not played this much. Say you finish a dungeon, you maintain the initiative after finishing the dungeon, correct?
Yeah, because you've still got it.
Okay. The initiative is similar to having an emblem at that point, right?
Yeah. But somebody could attack you and take the initiative off you, but I think that's how it works. I'd have to check up on it, but you'd still always be able to gain the initiative when you're attacked, because you're going to have creatures like this Blood Boil Sorcerer. When it ETBs, you can take the initiative, and this golds as well. So you can sacrifice an artifact of creature, go target creature. Caves. Caves of...
Yes.
Caves of the Chaos Adventurer.
Okay, Blood Sorcerer. Let me look at that real quick. Blood Sorcerer ETBs take the initiative. Chaos, Caves of Chaos Adventurer. ETBs take the initiative. 5/3 trample.
Another one, Loot Dispute. It's an enchantment. 4 mana.
Take the initiative.
Free red. Token. For ETBs, you take the initiative and create a treasure. Whenever you attack the player as the initiative, create a treasure. And when you complete a dungeon, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. So hopefully you're going to be completing multiple dungeons. It's the same dungeon, but you'll complete it multiple times.
Okay.
This one is... Oh, let me find it. So just home. How am I spelling it? Sorry. I'm not 100% sure how that's pronounced again. Where's it gone?
Artifact. Yep.
Sarivox Tome, again, ETBs, you take the initiative. You can have one colourless. If you have the initiative, you add two colourless. And then you can exile cards from top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You can cast that card without paying its mana cost. Activate only if you've completed a dungeon.
Nice.
I've got 3 more for this. Stirring Bard, another creature. When it ETBs, obviously take the initiative, and you can tap it. Target creature gains menace and haste until the end of the turn. So again, it's an enabler for Obeka. You can give her haste.
Nice.
Counter. From the Catacombs is Sorcery. This one I'm not 100% certain on. I wasn't sure. I put it in because it's a bit of recursion. Put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, so you can steal somebody's creature with a corpse counter on it. Again, this is the main reason. You take the initiative. If that creature would leave it, the battlefield, exile it. And you can cast it from your graveyard as well.
That's not
bad.
It
gives you the initiative, and you're stealing something. Or you can bring back some of yours.
And it's got an escape cost, so you can maybe bring it back later if you're feeling.
So you can cast it again.
Frisky. Yeah, that's not bad.
And the other one is Free and Demir. What's it called? It keeps going off my screen.
There it is. Risla
Rail Kingpin. And it's Death Touch, ETBs, usual, take the initiative. But whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. So again, it makes Obeka a bit less unlikely to be blocked. If you completed a dungeon, that creature also gets +5 and gains First Strike and Menace until the end of the turn. So it's given a Death Touch, and it's also hopefully going to buffer up a bit.
Yep.
So extra +5. So again, if it does go through, you're going to deal
7 upkeep triggers.
Yeah, at least. And that was it for me on the initiative.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't go the initiative route. I went kind of like a ping you to death route. If that makes sense. Like I put all sorts of, so the creatures that I wanted to put in here were things like hope that's not the one. Like Chiron Sniper. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have Chiron Sniper deal 1 damage to target player. Stuff like that. But like other things that had similar effects. I also, one of the costs I went off of because of counters was I went off suspend counters. And there were just a couple of ginormous creatures that were cheap cost-wise, but had low suspend costs.
Yeah.
I can pull them up, and you can tell me if they think they should stay or nay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so
I didn't look at the creatures for suspend. I looked at some of the spells, like Profane Tutor and stuff like that. Ancestral Revision, is it? Ancestral Vision.
So I looked at Deep Sea Kraken. Hold on. There it is. Suspend 2 and a blue. It should have popped up. Where did it go?
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Invasion. Deep Sea Kraken can't be blocked. Suspend 2 and a blue instead of... but it's suspend 9. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if Deep Sea Kraken is suspended, remove a time counter from it. So even not just your own upkeep triggers, other people casting spells make it quicker.
Yeah.
Can't be blocked. That was one of them. You can tell me if
I like that. 6/6, yeah.
And then another one that was pretty good, I thought, was Star Whale. There it is. Star Whale. That one came in creatures. Suspend 1 and a blue. Other creatures you control have ward 2, so there's some protection for Obeka when it drops in, and it's a flying vigilance 8/8.
Yeah, so that's not bad, is it?
Potentially, you get this for 2 fairly quickly in a turn or 2. I mean, obviously, people try to stop you, but But I think other creatures having Ward 2 is not bad, especially for the ones that are giving you initiative.
Yeah. I mean, even if you cast it turn 2, by the time you can get Obeka out, say turn 3 or 4, you've already removed 2 time counters from it anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think it's good.
The costliest card that I have on here, I have three very spendy cards that I'm thinking of. First one is Shieldred the Whispering One.
Yeah. I looked at it, but I didn't put it in because of the cost.
Okay, so we'll hold it. We know what it does. Day sack, you get one back from the graveyard, because I think that would recur the initiative for us if we're going an initiative route. Another one is Portal to Phyrexia.
Yeah, I looked at that again.
Just the cost.
All reason I did it was because.
And then the other one was Darksteel Reactor.
I went with Darksteel Reactor because it's a win con.
Okay, so let's drop Darksteel Reactor in. The only thing is, in dollars, for whatever reason, it's so expensive.
I mean, it's £5 in the British money.
15 on here. So that puts us all the way up to $75, $73 already. So Darksteel Reactor. Darksteel Reactor is indestructible. At the beginning of upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Darksteel Reactor. When Darksteel Reactor has 20 or more charge counters on it, you win the game.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people kind of bemoan like the you win the game cons, but I mean, I think with this commander, it's fair enough. And if you only have one of them in there, one card like that in there, I think it's fair.
I think it's fair. I put it in. It's only about €3-4 as opposed to the $15. So
$15, yeah. It does have to order it from Europe. It might take a month to get there, but it'll be cheaper. Okay. Let's fix the land up so we know how many cards we have to work with.
Yeah.
Because right at the moment we're rocking 7 lands.
So I mean,
color distribution, costs. Oh, we're pretty split even on costs.
I mean, it's probably going to change a little bit, isn't it? So lands, I ended up at 35, but there's quite a bit of ramp in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So it's sort of, I tend to go between 45 to 50 pieces of ramp. But then you're recurring stuff as well. You're doing things in your upkeep to help that, hopefully. So what I always include in anything with black in is a Bajuka Bog.
Bajuka Bog. You want to throw that in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Bajuka Bog.
It's isn't it?
What's the minimum mountain swamp islands we should have of each? Like 7 each?
Shit, I've just removed some, by the way, and I don't know what I've just removed.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you removed.
I don't know what I've removed. I just clicked on minus by mistake. Because it was near Bajuka Bog. So it's hard. On the build I've got 5 islands, 10 mountains, 5 swamps. I've got all 3 temples to scry.
Well, let's just go with 5 of each for right now, just to placehold, so we can start kind of working in. Hold on. There we go. Oh, and so what does that put us at? 20 lands, not even close. 50. Oh, we still need quite a few cards. Let's see. Since we're rocking those other... Oh, that's an expensive-ass card. Not that one. Let's see. Twilight. Have you seen... No. I thought Twilight Prophet was okay. Do you know Twilight Prophet? I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in and you tell me if it stays or goes, because I'm very up to whether... This one, I was leaning yes, but I'm on the fence. So I've chucked it in. It should be in creatures. No, it went to draw.
I've just changed it. I've just put it onto type on mine so I can see it that way. 4 mana. Okay. Ascend. Well, you're going to be ascending, so you're probably
Flying, ascend. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have the city's blessings, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card, put it into your hand. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is that card's mana value.
Yeah, no, I'd go with that.
Like that.
Card draw.
Let's see. I've got some more.
Oh, actually, here. I had another court in there. I didn't realise. I had 4 courts. I'll show you the other one. Court of Ire.
Court of Ire. Court of Ire? I think I might have had that one. Yeah, I have Court of Ire.
Yeah, 3 and a red. At the beginning of your upkeep, Court of Ire deals 2 damage to any target. If you're the monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead.
Yeah.
So I had 4 courts, yeah. It's just how it had...
the only one you don't have that I had was Vantress.
Yeah, which one does that do?
I can pull it up and you can see, because I mean we have space. We could keep the courts, all 5. Well, the five I thought were useful. Court of Vantress. It should be in now. Enchantment, Court of Vantress. Here we go. When Court of Vantress enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. It's 2 and 2 blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one other target enchantment or artifact. If you're the monarch, you may create a token that's a copy of it. If you're not the monarch, you may have Court of Vantress become a copy of it, except it has this ability.
Yeah, I'd keep that. Again, that's a $15 one, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Is it 15? It's not 50. It says €1.90. This
one's 76 in euros.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, we'll have to get rid of that. That's not good enough. That's out. For if it was €2, yeah, it's great. But at $15, there's no way. Yeah. That doesn't do what we need it to do. We're pretty low on the salt score right now, though. I'm a little bit embarrassed. So I feel like the upkeep triggers of this should be saltier, but I think one thing we are missing is buffing up and protecting Obeka.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be Swiftfoot Boots. I also like the new Lava Spur as well.
Yeah, drop them in.
I mean, it's not as good as Lightning Greaves,
but I just threw a Crumbling Necropolis in. Let me see. Let me show that. Oh, okay. Yep.
And you're giving it a plus. You're giving it Ward 1, and it gets haste.
Boots. Ward 1 haste. That's a great card. I think that card's actually going to go up.
Yeah. I think so. I think it's really good, but it doesn't really.
Then what else are you putting in?
Swifties. Gotta have Swifties.
Swiftfoot Boots. Yep. Creature gains hexproof and
now
haste.
This. Let me have a look.
What about Whisper Silk?
I think I had that in there as well. Yeah. Stick that in.
Whisper Silk Cloak. How much is that in dollars? All right, $1.69. We can rock with that.
I also had these 2
Where did
for
that
buffs.
go? Oh, Whisper Silk went in protection. Equipped creature can't be blocked and has Shroud. Oh, yeah, there we go. Another can't be blocked. That's perfect.
Lizard Blades. It's a creature, but with reconfigure.
Okay. Yeah, I like them. 1 in a red. Artifact creature, double strike. Equipped creature has double strike, reconfigure 2. Yeah, that's great. I like the what was that one that guy played with us that one time? I forget. Oh, jeez.
It was a white one, that though.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Some spear, weren't it?
Tarian Soulcleaver?
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's not white.
It is, isn't it?
No. And it's cheap as, unless it has like a crazy uptick in dollars. $2. There you go. Tarian's Soul Cleaver. I've just dropped it in. One.
Why did I think that was white?
Equipped creature has vigilance, which that'll be nice.
I had it in my head it was white.
Whenever an artifact or creature is put in the graveyard, because obviously when people are sacking tokens and stuff.
Tokens, treasures, clues.
1/1 on a crypt creature. 2. Yeah, that's a great card. Where are we at right now? 61.
I also just added Bronze Plate Boar, which it's another one from Kamigawa.
Where is
Trample,
that?
a quick creature gets +3/+2 and has trample.
Reconfigure 5. That's nice.
It's a high reconfigure. I don't like the reconfigures that high, but
I had put. Wait, where was another one I put in here? Creeping Bloodsucker. We did. Is that one worth it? Okay, here was card draw that I thought was perfect for this deck. Sin Prodder. Do you have that one?
no.
Okay, Sin Prodder I thought was amazing for this. It is dropped in. Card draw. Sin Prodder. 2 and a red. Creature Devil Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Any opponent may have you put that card into your graveyard. If that player does, Sin Prodder deals damage equal to that card's mana cost. Otherwise, put the card in your hand.
Yeah. Well, it's like, is it Protection Racket? I don't know if I put that in, but that's very, very similar.
I think if you got like 6 cards in a row, they're gonna have to let you put something in your hand eventually.
Yeah, they can't keep
the only downside is, like, say you're like land screwed and you pop this bad boy in and they make you put like 6 lands in the garbage. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put some lands in just to.
Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta go blow my nose. Just a sec.
Just gonna add some of the lands just to get us up to a decent count, so we know where we're up to.
Okay. Yeah, let's get the land levels up. So I'll pop in a few more of each.
I would just add
I saw the Evolving Wilds. I see the Grixis Panorama.
Yeah, it helps fix your lands, doesn't it?
I see the Maestro's Theater. It's a good card. Reliquary Tower, obviously, yeah.
I think you're going to be drawing a lot of cards. That's a reason for the Decanter as well, of Endless Water.
Okay.
I've got Rogue's Passage. I've gone with the Temples as well because Feet, Temple of Epiphany, and just because it's a scry, and again, it's a budget, it's a tap land, it's not brilliant, but you're getting to see the top of your deck, aren't you? It's a bit of advantage.
Yeah. Let me pull up that
It's
Temple
better.
of Epiphany.
I mean,
Temple
I think you just sort
the temples,
lands out
yeah, they're great.
as you choose, and we'll sort the basics out later
Temple of
when we
Epiphany.
know where we're up to.
Temple of Deceit. Okay. Nice.
And that
Let's
gives us
see.
a bit of a mana base, but we can change it and swap and change. And
I've got a couple more cards. I've got some that are more on the fringe, or do you want me to hit you with them and see what you think?
go on, hit me with them. Let's see, because we're going to have to start looking at removal as well and interaction.
Okay. Well, here's one. Here's one I thought was good for this. Irenicus's Vile Duplication.
Yeah, I like that.
Because then you get a
anything.
second Obeka, and then people have to deal with not just the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's another way to deal with it. But let's just see how much that costs in dollars.
It's about £3. I don't know what that'll be in dollars, unfortunately.
$2. Bonus. That'll do it. There we go.
That's one card that's actually more in euros than it is in dollars.
There we go. Copy Obeka, and you're good to go. Except the creature isn't legendary.
So let's have a look.
So imagine getting through with both of them. You're getting like, just triggers on triggers. Let's see. For card draw, one that I thought of was Ancestral Vision.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Okay, nice. What other card draw do you got going?
So, me being me, I kind of played around with the card draw a little bit. So, I've not gone for card draw well, there's a couple in the traditional sense of it. I mean, you've got like the Commander Sphere, you've got the Mind Stone. I had Ancestral Vision. I also had Profane Tutor. But I also went with things that's going to help Obeka as well. So, I've gone with Dragon Mantle. I'll put that in.
Okay. While you search that, I will read off Ancestral Vision. We're playing off that suspend cost. So you pay 1, and hopefully through the upkeeps you get it down faster. Then once you've gone through the time counters, you get draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic.
So Dragon Mantle, it's 1 red. It's an aura, so it's an enchantment. When it ETBs, you draw a card. But then enchanted creature, so it's like Fire Breath. It has pay 1 red.
Where's this at? Sorry.
It's in the enchantments. Okay. It's a Dragon Mantle. I don't know what it's. I've swapped it, so it shows by type for me.
Yep.
Enchanted creature has pay 1 red. This creature gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn.
That's great.
So it ETBs, it draws you a card, and
you can buff for more upkeeps.
And you can buff. The other one I went with was Expedite. Again, it's a cantrip. You pay 1. Target creature gains haste until the end of the turn, but you draw a card. This is how I've kind of done a lot of these.
Let's see what our curve is. I'm very curious what our curve is right now.
So it should start improving because we're putting a few 1-mana spells in.
I think though, because I don't have a full deck built. I had just a bunch of cards pooled in a thing, and it told me my mana curve was crazy. But I think this is inaccurate because we're attempting to play off those suspend costs. Because that 10 drop that's showing up on the mana curve,
that 10 and 8 drop
is a 3, and a 1. So I think it's quite skewed. So if we stay, I think under 3/5. On the mana curve, then we're actually at quite a bit less than that.
I had the usual Faithless Looting in there.
Faithless Looting, yep. Let me find that. Where's that?
It's 1 red, isn't it? Sort of a staple, isn't it, in red? I also had this, which I actually quite like.
Down here. Talking about red staples, did you think Chaos Warp for this or no?
Of course I did. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pop
it's
that
removal,
in.
Isn't it?
I'll pop Chaos Warp in.
I also had Flight Spell Bomb, but I don't know if
you accidentally just removed Court of Ire.
Hmm?
You just accidentally removed Court of Ire.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll pop it back in.
That's right, though, isn't it?
No, I think you accidentally moved it. Yeah. Court of Ire. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, or did you mean to remove that? No, you put that one in. No, that's the one. That's supposed to be in there. So I'm curious what we did remove before otherwise.
So I put Flight Spell Bomb in as well, but I don't know if it's needed because it's sacrifice Flight Spell Bomb. Target creature gains flying until the end of turn. The idea was go over the top, but when it's put into the graveyard from a battlefield, you may pay 1 blue. If you do, draw a card. So
okay.
It's a bit of card draw. It's a bit of evasion, but yeah. I also went with Ponder.
Yep, Ponder's great. Well, we got to be careful though. We're up in the $94 range right now.
I know. Ponder's not expensive though, is it? See, again, it's more expensive in euros. 39 cents.
Where's Ponder at down there? Okay.
Frantic Search, I like. I mean, there's a lot of card draw in with like all the upkeep triggers, or you get an advantage that way as well, aren't you? So I don't think it needs as much singular card draw.
And hopefully you're running through that dungeon like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Swiftfoot Boots. Oh, the Whisper Silk Cloak got removed somehow. No, it's still there. No, it's still there. Sorry.
Another one I like.
It's under protection.
Let's have a look. It plays into the Suspend again. One of the Doctor Who cards. I've never actually seen it before until I actually started looking. Inspiring Refrain. Again, it skews it a bit because it's 6 mana, but you're casting it for free. 3 mana. 2 and a blue.
Where is this?
Suspend 3. It's in Sorceries. Draw 2 cards. Exile Inspiring Refrain with 3 time counters on it. So you're constantly getting 2 cards every 3 turns. Got 3 upkeeps.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good synergy. Yeah. Well, so what are we at right now? How many lands are we rocking?
So 35 lands.
Well, I think our production slightly off.
Not too bad though. That we can sort of tweak. We'll probably have to have a red, take a blue out, take a black out.
I think we need to take 2 black, 2 reds, and put in a black and a blue. The black.
And we can always up the land count a little bit. Because 35 is low, and I don't like going any lower than 36 normally.
Okay, so where are we at right now? 86 cards, $95. I think I fucked up our mana production and costs. Okay.
We'll have 2 more mountains.
Need to drop a swamp. No.
So
yeah, it's pretty close.
We'll come back and have a look at it, I think. What else did it do?
I'm just going through everything real quick, and I'm going to have a look, see if I can tell what's been removed, if anything.
So I'll add a quick.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm going to just have a look at the removal and the interaction. So I've just added Lantern of the Lost, which is 1 mana. When it ETBs.
There was one other card I forgot to say. Endless Evil. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me put that in. Because if it is this cost, it's definitely worth it for this price. Because you'll see what I'm talking about. Endless Evil copy. It's another copy effect for 61 cents. Enchant creature you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except the token is 1/1. Oh no, because it's going to create legendary copies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah. Unfortunate. I didn't think that through. Boo.
So, removal. What did I do for removal? So, there's Lantern of the Lost. See, we might have to change some of these.
Well, actually, wait a sec. How many creatures do we have that are going off of up? Oh, that's the difference. That's the difference where I had my build a little bit different than yours. I had a ton of creatures that were going to be pinging, so I was going to intend to have tons of copies of creatures that were pinging, because I also have on my list other things that were making copies.
Right.
Right.
Well, where are we up to? So we've got 11 cards, though, still. And you've added Chaos Warp, haven't you? So let's have a look. I added Blood Money.
Okay. Where is that at?
Oh, let's have it. I'll add it in. It was just a ball wipe, but I think it's probably better. I only added it in because I thought maybe I'd a ball wipe and you create treasures for it.
Blood Money.
So 51 cents.
Where's that at?
Since sorceries, I think.
Blood money.
I've sorted mine by type, just because.
Draw creatures for each non-token creature destroyed this way. You create a tapped treasure token. That's pretty good.
Chaos Warp. Then he had Negate.
Did we drop Chaos Warp in? We already put Chaos Warp in.
Yeah. So Negate. Just a bit of protection. You're running blue. Got to do it.
Yep. Go down here to negate. Counter target non-creature spell.
As well.
Counter spell.
I also gone.
No, you're good.
I was going to say, I don't know how much it is or if it'll come down in price, but this is quite a good one.
What's the one right now that we've been holding off whether we're going to keep it in or not for the $15? The enchantment.
Court of Lochwain.
Yeah, we may have to dump that because we're still 8 cards out. We've got $4 to play, not $3.50 to play with.
So yeah, I mean we can have a look. I've just added 3 steps ahead as well.
Okay.
Which was it's from Thunder Junction.
I think it's dropped Court of Lochwain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Counter target spell created. So essentially it's 1 red.
One blue. This?
But then it's got the spree costs.
Wait.
So
where is this?
Modal effects. It's an instance.
Okay.
So
okay,
you had
3
1 of the
steps
blue,
ahead.
so for 1 and 2 blue, you can counter target spell.
Okay.
Can also then, for an additional 3, so 3 in a blue or whatever other costs, you can create a token that's a copy of a target artifact or creature you control.
You could get the initiative back. Yep.
Yeah, and also the other one plus draw 2 cards and then discard a card.
That's just a big utility card. That's
but
nice.
Again, it doesn't have to be in there. It's just
another meme win con that I'm gonna actually have to pop in here because of just life right now. I said with Dark Steel Reactor there would only be one of those, but I lied. Mechanized production.
Yeah.
Because at Upkeep you create a copy. I'll read it out when we get in there. Copy. Mechanized production. An enchant artifact you control. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted artifact. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts of the same name as one another, you win the game. I think that could be done in no time with Obeka. And it's for 59 cents. Yeah. I went a whole different way. Now that I'm looking at my my cards in here.
I've just added Shattering Spree as well. It's artifact removal.
What do you think about Virtue? Oh, that's £16 on here.
Yeah, I looked at that. And
Virtue Persistence. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
It's amazing.
Triskaidekaphobia. What do you think of that?
Is that where you make a mill?
No. I will show you Triskaidekaphobia. It's another win con, but it's I think a very you have to be good at your math on this. It is 12 cents, and I think it being another win con in the deck, a fun win. I would have fun with this. I don't know if every player would. I think some players would probably find it annoying as all get out, but I would have fun with this card. It should be in Enchantments.
Yeah.
Or no. Where is that? In Pingers. It's in Pingers. Triskaidekaphobia. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1. Each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. Then each player gains 1 life. Or each player with exactly 13 life loses the game. Then each player loses 1 life. So say you're sitting at 16 and you get, or 15 and you get 3 this. You could just do it to yourself and ping down and win the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uh, no, each player with exactly
Fair,
13.
yeah.
No, sorry. You can, with 13 life, lose. Oh, sorry, I totally misspoke on that. Each player with 13 life loses the game on either way, but then
Yeah,
you can have players gain or lose life. So if people are sitting in the like between the 10 and 20 range, you could really mess with them with this, I think.
yeah. You'd have to be careful where you are on that, though.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
But it could be fun.
Well, I mean, if you're
Fixing your
sitting at
builds.
like 15 and this pops out, you could just, and you say you get like 6 triggers, you could just use it to gain, each player gains life. I
Yeah,
mean, worst case scenario, you're kind of extending the game, I guess. But I think it'd be fun to play with a win con. What do you think?
yeah, I'd have that.
Yeah.
What I would consider then is maybe dropping Dark Steel Reactor.
Okay. And bringing back the Court of Lochthwain, or
Either the Court of Lochthwain or the Virtue of Pestilence. Is it Pestilence or
Virtue of
Persistence?
Persistence? I like the Virtue of Persistence way more, in my opinion, than Court of
Yeah,
Lochthwain. Yeah. That's funny that we're going to totally abandon Lochthwain for this, but I like Virtue of Persistence.
I think it's worth it because it's an adventure card, so you send it to exile. You can cast some at wherever the instance of sorcery is on it, and then, I mean, it's a lot of mana, but it's
So here,
so
Virtue of
removable, isn't
Persistence, 5 and 2 black enchantment. It's got the Lochthwain Scorn Sorcery Adventure, where target creature gets -3/-3 in another turn. You gain 2 life. The main body says at the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. I mean, if you could knock out like 6 upkeeps and just, that's the same thing I feel about Shieldred, except for I think this would be tougher to remove than Shieldred.
And plus Sheoldred, you've got to have the creatures in your bin, haven't you?
Well, that's
And you've
for you
all
to get
running
them
14
back.
creatures, so
Yeah. And this is any bin, so I think this is nice.
yeah, I prefer that one.
Okay.
And the other one I had, again, it's a bit of a model spell. Drowning. Again, if you're running Demir, I think this is one of the best spells you can run. Drowning the Lock.
Drown in the Lock, where is that showed up at?
It's instance. Counter target spell with mana value less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard, or destroy target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
What are we up to now? 97.
Let's see.
So let me just have a look if I'm missing anything on here.
I've got more on my list here.
Go on,
obviously,
yeah.
we're not going to go Portal Rescue. Aether Vial.
Oh, one card I think.
What did you think of Aether Vial?
Go on, read it again. I've just put Blackblade Reforged in.
Aether Vial, funny enough, with that, if you could get mechanized production on this, I think it would be mean. Let me see, Aether. Oh, I spelled the wrong type of vial, but there it is. Cancel that.
Got it. Yeah.
And did it go in? Where'd it go in at?
Yeah, it's gone in artifacts for me.
In
At
artifacts.
the beginning of your upkeep, you may have put. Yeah.
I may need to refresh this. Hold up. I got to refresh and reopen Obeka. Apologies.
It's okay. Yeah, I don't
No,
mind
it didn't
that.
go in the. It didn't go in there for me.
So
it went into ramp for
reason
me.
why I
went
would
into ramp
avoid
for
it
me.
is it's only synergizing with a couple of our creatures, isn't it? Really?
Well, no, Aether Vial. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a charge counter on Aether Vial.
Yeah, I'm suppose I'm looking at the big creatures.
But I think it's you may. So like we've got a ton of 4 drops in here.
Yeah.
So like you could keep it at 4 and just, if you need to later drop it out. But I think
Yeah.
you
can stop it at any point, I
you can
suppose.
stop at
Can't
any
you? It's not
point.
yeah, no, I think that. I don't think it's a bad ad. I like it, but yeah, that's good.
Well, we can always. I mean, it isn't cheap. It's $5.
But we've got $10 left, so.
Well, yeah, I'll pull it out. I pulled Aether Vial.
No, leave
out.
it in. Leave it in. I see.
No,
I
it's
see
all
the
right.
reasoning.
There's more. There's more.
Go on.
Let's see. Quartz are in. Legacies Allure.
Go on.
Let me see. This is an old Tempest one. I used to love the art on this as a kid. Telling my age out here in these streets. Legacies Allure. All right. It should be in there. It's an enchantment, I believe. It didn't go under enchantments. Where'd it go? Went under removal. During your upkeep, you may put a treasure counter on Legacies Allure. Sacrifice Legacies Allure. Permanently gain control of target creature with power no greater than the number of treasure counters on Legacies Allure.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
And it's 32 cents. I mean, you could potentially get, have 10 out there, and nobody wants to cast their commander because if you sack that, you take control of it.
Yeah.
Which I think is just is brutal. Let's see. That one, no. Mechanized already put out there. What did you think of Palace Siege? Did you look at that?
No, go and put it in.
Okay, well, this will put us at 100, so then we've got to really adjust and look at what we've got out here. Palace Siege. It was from I think from Cons. I'm not sure. Or it might be something different.
All right.
I don't know. Where did it go?
It's for me, it's in Enchantments. As an ETBs, choose Cons of Dragons. Cons at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Dragons at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's good. I mean, you could go whichever one you needed to on that, couldn't you?
At the time, yeah. At the time, if you've got a bin full of creatures, do it where you get them back. And if not, go the other way, where you just, you're desperate on life or you just want to stay ahead on life. I mean, each opponent potentially losing, let's say the average will come out to 3, right? Each opponent losing 6 and you gaining 6 is a huge swing.
Yeah.
I think. So let's now we're at 100 cards. And we're legal, and we're $86.
So let's have a look at lands. I think lands aren't too bad. Let's have a look. We'll just remove one.
Actually, our curve is almost dead on. Or not curve. Our curve is great price-wise, and our color distribution as far as production and cost is really good. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, as well, if you wanted to really... Without playing it, it's hard to say what's to improve, if the card draws there, what the removal like, you know what I mean? But it does look good. It looks good on paper. So looks good on screen, shall I say. So
what are we sitting at? We're sitting at 46 ramp and land, which is great.
Yeah.
How many creatures are we touching at? What do we got for?
I think those categories are a bit weird. I don't know if we can
categories that I've got. Yeah, I should change them up. What do you think? I don't know how to change them up. Funny enough.
No, it's not straightforward. I don't think, because as well, some of those they're not all, because some of the stuff you create in treasure tokens that gives you ramp, and you've got lots more pingers in there than just
than the 2.
Yeah. I think the removals, there's a lot more removal in there than just the 2 it's saying. Because you protect it. It's not just removal, it's about interaction, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, Black Forge Blade's great. I didn't see that even get added in.
Yeah, I did shout out, but I don't know I think you were looking at something else as well.
Lost. Might have been blowing my nose or something, who knows. Lantern of the Lost, yeah, I saw that. Lava Spur, Ring.
It's always nice to have Graveyard. Hey, only other thing I would consider is not land destruction, but things like a strict mine if you can stretch to it, or some of the other ones. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. Like Ghost. Is it Ghost Town or Ghost?
We're pretty good here.
Ghostly, whatever. It just sort of removes a land from play if you need to. So let me have a quick play test. Let me mulligan that. Because I don't want to keep that one.
Let's see. Let's go to the play tester. I'm about that life.
Draw.
Opening hand. No land. Mulligan. There we go. There's some land, I guess. I would. Oh man, I would mulligan that too. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep that, and then I will bottom of library. This. And keep this.
I mean, I've got a turn 4 Obeka, so.
I don't. But I do have a turn 1 Dragon Master Outcast out here in these streets. Fear the guy standing on the hill shouting about dragons. He's coming for you. Oh no.
Yeah. You try and fit that, even if it was a mono black deck.
Yeah, I would try to fit it in everywhere. I think this is good, and this is only $86, well, $87, comparatively to what it was.
Yeah, I mean, the interaction, maybe looking at board wipes and things like that. But, you know, it's all good. And that's how you play games against other people, and then you take it from there, don't you?
I think you've got two fairly good support packages, if you want to frame it as that sort of term. Like the way you've gone with all of the initiative, you can support yourself with that, right?
Yeah.
And then with all of the enchantments that are getting these upkeep triggers, you can support yourself with that. And then there's kind of like surprises sprinkled in, be it the tricks to be unblockable or the creatures, the cards that are coming on these suspend costs. Do you know what I mean? I think it's all right, man. I mean, it is tough to say until you actually play it. But then you play this. I usually think you need to play a deck like at least 6 times, 7 times to get a feel for like where it's lacking.
Yeah, definitely.
And then once you
I would always say as well, if you play a deck in your powerhouse game 1 and you win out the box massively, I would probably not count that game. I would look for the games you're losing as well, rather than just winning. Then, I mean, if you win all 6 games,
you'll feel it. You'll feel whether it's card draw, whether it's recursion, or whether it's removal or protection or whatever, and then kind of up from there. Because I think as a base for $87, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
be there's some
happy
big
with this.
Cards in there as well.
There's what?
You know, that Virtue of Persistence. There's some powerhouse cards in there as well.
Yeah.
That Virtue of Persistence is amazing. And Obeka with those suspend counters, I think that Deep Sea Kraken.
I mean, imagine if you had somebody trying to play zombies and you popped Virtue of Persistence with like 6 triggers. Like, it would be pissed. Is it Vilhelt? That's the one?
Yeah, I mean, any creature-based deck, it's just, you know. Yeah. I mean, the curve isn't too bad. I mean, it's not as many high.
3.1 with the suspend costs on board.
So 1, 2. I say you can't. I would discount the high mana value 10. 8. What's 8? No, Star Whale. I'd probably discount that because you're casting that for less. So the highest mana value we've got is 7 that we're casting hard. Yeah.
And that's Virtue. And you should ramp to that fairly well.
And Herald as well.
Yeah.
You see, I'm looking now, and I don't know if I like that from the captions.
When you were, my only question, I guess, otherwise, is like I like the support pieces on some of these initiative ones. Are these the cheapest cards to take the initiative? Like, and I don't mean money wise. I mean like mana cost wise. Yeah,
and for the colours, it's the colours as well that does it. So in these colours,
when we're looking, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
I think there's obviously other cards, but colour wise and what you probably want to be doing, I would say it's around the cheaper price point.
Nice.
But then, if you've still got what, $13. So here, if you really wanted, you could put back into that Dark Steel Reactor.
You could. I think it's a great win con. I mean, I'd almost pull out Star Whale because the Star Whale is the one with Ward. I would almost pull out the 10 drop. Where is the 10 drop?
See, I don't know. See, I can see the argument for both. I really like the Deep Sea Kraken, even though it's only a 6/6. You're losing the counters when anybody else does something.
Okay.
Really. But I do like the Star Whale because it's an 8/8.
Well, the only thing about it is like this went great when I had all those copies in there. Do you know what I mean? Because it couldn't be blocked. Because remember, my idea in my head was just to ping, 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 ping every upkeep for 1/1/1. Maybe have a wide ass board, you know. But I think this on its own, not being copied, it just a 6/6 that can't be blocked, isn't as effective.
Yeah. I would probably rather have Star Whale then.
So
plus it's Suspend 6.
Well, this we'll see what dropping this
and
put in the Dark Steel. I'll drop the Kraken, pop the Dark Steel back in, because that's just another win con.
Yeah.
Reactor. Let's see. What does that put? Does that put us over? Put us at 164 cents. No.
64 cents.
64 cents. Is 28 salt sum bad or good?
It's average, I think. If you hover over it, average is probably around 36.
I feel like this would be saltier though, because people watching you just pop off upkeep. I think they get.
Yeah.
I think it's saltier than it says. We gotta deal with 64 cents, dude. Otherwise, we're liars. Or 100 and change.
Let me have a look at price. See what we can.
Let's see what this did to the curve. Put us dead on 3.
That's good.
I think we could drop some sort of weapon.
See, but then we've got to replace it. So, whatever we drop, we're having to replace.
Right. Let's see. I don't want to drop that. That's way too good. Oh no, it was so close. 64 cents. Splitting hairs here.
Let me have a look.
Oh man.
So why don't we? Oops, I don't mean to do that. It would probably mean adding another equipment in now. Let's have a look. There's it blades. Can we do it? Can we do it?
Oh man, I'm searching here.
Just looking at price on stuff now.
Yeah, I'm floating around doing exactly the same. Okay, we don't need a Chaos Warp.
But
do you know what I mean?
Instead.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need a Chaos Warp. Like, I love the card, but that's 73 cents. We could definitely find a 9 cents card to fill the hole.
See, I'd keep that because it hits everything.
Right. Okay. I won't fight it. Oh. Let's see.
Right.
Palace Siege. Palace Siege is $1, and it's not not essential.
No, I would drop that then. Drop it.
Okay.
And we'll put. Let me have a look.
We got 39 cents to rock with for this card.
Okay. How about something that can give it trample and haste again?
Do you have a card that can give it trample and haste for 39 cents?
I hope so.
I've got artifacts over here. Beamtown Beatstick, but it already has menace, so it'd be +1, and whenever the creature deals damage, you get a treasure.
Oh, I'm completely misspelling this now because I'm like.
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like that one. It's good. But
I think it's for one equip cost or 2 equip cost. No, it's not haste. It's just something that's going to generate +1, so another upkeep and treasure.
I've just added Heroes Heirloom. 2 mana,
Where did that go? There it is.
Gets +2/+1. As long as the creature is legendary, it gets trampled.
That's a win right there. Look at that. And we're under by 32 cents.
And the curve has just gone down to 2.95.
Look at us rocking out. And I still think that's skewed because of the suspend costs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really good. I like that.
I'll probably drop another swamp as well. So let's have a look.
Well, here's a breakdown down here. Artifacts. We're rocking 25 artifacts. We're rocking 14 creatures. We're rocking 10 enchantments, 8 instants, 37 land, 9 sorceries.
Yeah.
And then, it shows the tokens we generate. We only generate 4 tokens in this whole thing?
Yeah, copy dragons.
Replicating
probably about
ring.
20 replicated rings and treasures.
That'd be nice.
Plus, you need the map. So that's classed as a token, isn't it? So you get City's Blessing.
You need
Blessing.
Yep, the Monarch and Undercity.
Yeah, which is
Thick
also...
tokens makes a sick Monarch token. I gotta send you one of those Monarch tokens, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have one of them yet. I gotta send you one. They're pretty funny. Yeah, nice. Okay. I like it. I would play this.
Yeah.
I think it would play fun.
I would. I think it's good, and it's a good starting point, I think.
So what do you think we should build next time, in 2 weeks' time?
What's coming up? I have no idea. What are you thinking? I don't know. Easy.
I think we should build something that's not even out yet. Like, they've got spoilers for Assassin's Creed. They've got spoilers for Bloomborough. How far into the future do we want to build?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far for the simple reason we're building on
with cards that aren't even out yet. Yeah.
I'd probably go for some. We've done Thunder Junction. What was the last set?
Markov.
Oh god,
I hated that. I feel bad for the designer. You know that guy? Oh god, forgetting his blanking on his name right now. Gavin.
Gavin Verhey.
Yeah, great dude. Met him at MagicCon Barcelona. I feel bad he got saddled with that set, dude. It was so garbage.
What had he done to deserve it?
He was lead designer. Like, who did he piss off on that? Like, or was that his idea to make it like that? I don't know, dude. It was. Nice dude.
Just
got stuck in a shit set.
Altogether, I'm a bit disheartened with some of the sets at the moment. I don't think they're that good, but I like Thunder Junction. There's some really good cards in there. But
I might say something that's really unpopular right here, and this is just my vibe from the people who I met who worked for Wizards at MagicCon. I feel like they hire too many yes men.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody in a couple of these meetings should have been like, you know what, bro, like, it's kind of whack,
do we really
dude.
want cowboys?
Do we really?
Do we want Oko in a cowboy hat? What's he doing there? Why is he in Thunder Junction?
Why is he wearing 5 boots? Like, who cares? Like, I don't know, dude. It was. Why does the centaur have spurs? Is he kicking himself? Like, I don't get it. You know, like.
Yeah, none of it makes sense.
No. Yeah. So, they've already been caught a couple times already, but like some of the art aesthetic has such an AI art vibe.
Yeah,
like it's really bad. I don't know, dude. Anyways, this was fun to put together. I think this can crush nuts, dude. Especially seeing as it's only $99. For $99, I think you get a pretty darn good deck out of this.
Yeah, and like I say, it's definitely a very good start. And then you tweak it, don't you?
Obviously, you tweak it. I mean, and obviously to your playstyle as well. I mean, I like I said, I would have gone tons more on the just dealing damage to face every upkeep. But I don't know if that would have got my stuff removed or not. So
yeah, no idea. Ideally, you want to be dealing damage to face with Obeka as well.
Yes, very true.
Although I could see a copy clone Because there's plenty of stuff that ignores the legendary rule in these colours being really effective.
Yeah.
With this. Yeah.
I think Avernicus's Vile Duplication, because it's only $2, is a perfect fit. But
it's a common and it's a 2-book card. It's crazy. I love that card. It's really good.
I run that in Adrix and Nev.
And it gets flying. It's just, even if the fact that it gets flying as well.
Yeah. Gives it evasion on top.
Yeah.
Anyways, brother, I'm going to kill the stream and we'll have a chat and see what we want to build for next time.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right,
unless anybody's got ideas.
Yeah. If you got ideas, let us know in the comments. I love it.